So I was talking to a good friend of mine today and figured that I should probably make another video to express the thoughts that I was sharing with her. And it all begins with perspective, where when you look at what's coming, right? Because we were talking about an alignment of the planets, and I was like, I can't wait to see what happens next. I'm so excited. And she was like, well, what do you mean? I think we're good with how we are right now. And I was like, no, that's not what I mean at all. I mean, life is like a show. It really is. And it's like once you know that something's going on, you kind of want to see how it plays out. You're curious to see how it's going to work for you. How is this going to impact? How is it going to go about making that message? And that's the exciting part. So I guess I'll start off by talking about how we are at the new millennium. And I think a lot of people keep forgetting. And maybe it's easy with everything going on and just with time passing. But we are in the second decade of a new millennium. And that means a lot of change is coming our way. So much change, and for the better. So things might come out seeming like devastation and negativity, but it's really such a beautiful thing. If you can think back in your life, the roughest things that you've gone through, if you have healed from them and you've allowed yourself to really take the best out of it, those are probably the best times of your life because you learned, you gained so much from it. And it's all about the perspective. So, with this being the new millennium, so we're going through a lot of changes. I mean, this isn't a new century, this is a new millennium. And we're in the second decade. So, two represents how we are in relation. Like one would represent self, right? Two represents self and other, how we are with others. So, our interaction on what we are in relations to others is going to be a major theme of this next decade, moving on into the next and the next, right? But this year specifically is 2020. So in numerology terms, that would be 2 and 2 is 4. And 4 is the representation of foundation, organization, putting all the pieces together. So what a wonderful way to start out this new decade, building foundation on how we are with others and ourselves, because that's where it starts. It starts with ourselves. Once we identify ourselves, then we go on to how we identify with others. Sometimes we do it backwards, and that's where we end up getting a little tripped up, wondering, or doing things that aren't true to ourselves in order to be with others, in order to be accepted. But once you break down that barrier as to who you are with yourself and who you are in society, then you can look at relations in a more realistic way, more true to you. So that's why this is such a beautiful time. Now, what's also crazy is we are in the 4th month of this is April that I am posting this or recording this. And April, of course, is also a 4-month. So a lot of people are going through what they need to go through because this is the time of building foundation, and it's coming hard. There's no joke about this. And even to throw on top of it, the moon we are in is in Libra, in Aries. So the moon in Libra, Libra is about, again, how we are with others, the balance, the just, how we deal with our relationships. And our relationships, again, are not necessarily one with another. Sometimes our relationship can be with ourselves, but it's the focus on relationship to everything. How is your connection, your relationship with yourself? How is your connection with the earth, with your environment, with your community, with your friends, with your family, with your loved ones, your significant other? How are you with strangers? How are you with people? How are you with your job? How you relate to something outside of yourself. This is the time right now, and it is coming full force. But the harder it hits you, just become aware. When you change your view, instead of saying, oh, you know what, this is a rough time. And you know what, sometimes it's good to address, yes, I am feeling burdened. I am stressed. There is a lot weighing down on me right now. It is good to acknowledge that. It is good to realize when you're being sucked out of yourself. It's vital. Because then you can, once we start with acknowledgement, then you can do something to change it. Right? So maybe that's where we begin. Just to acknowledge it. And just by acknowledging it, that makes all the difference in the world. Do you change your voice when you talk to people? Do you wear certain clothes? Do you dye your hair? Do you listen to certain music? Does it not feel like you? Is that activity that you're doing when you're around other people and the way you're behaving, is that truly you? Or is it not? Once you can acknowledge it, you can see where it's coming from. Like a big thing is like judgment. A lot of times when we're talking to other people or we're dealing with other people, there's a lot of judgment and expectation. And when we go into something with judgment, we're not going in with our pure selves. Judgment is another form of insecurity within ourselves. And sometimes, if you think about it, those things are hard. They're hard to have to look in the mirror and acknowledge that's what it is. But when you do, when you acknowledge, hey, you know what? Maybe I'm being a little judgmental. Maybe I'm just putting out too many expectations, or maybe I feel that way because I'm not like that. And that's something I need to deal with. But once you make that first note to say, you know what? I'm reacting judgmentally. You don't necessarily have to make the change at that point. But when you acknowledge it, then your mind can think, I need to make a change. This is one of these lessons that we're learning at this time, and that's what makes it so beautiful, because it's a time of growth. Such growth. It's like extremely exciting to think about where we're going. But it all starts here. It starts now. It starts with you. And when we're dealing with our perspective, how can you look at that situation in a good way? Because everything is positive if you allow it to be. Just change. It just depends on where your mind is. Depends on, again, how you relate to yourself and how you let other things relate to you. Because then, when you relate to yourself with love and the things that go on in your life as a form of being loved, then when things happen, you can look at it different. Your perspective looks at it more as a gift, as a blessing, instead of baggage, something to grieve over, something to penetrate your happiness. It's not happening to you. It's happening for you always, no matter what it is. And when we have our perspective, then we can see these things coming our way. And when you look and you acknowledge that this is the time that we're in, a part of evolving as a species, internationally, globally, we're changing and we're evolving. Humankind, there's no stopping it. If this doesn't tell you that nothing's going to stop this change, I don't know what will. But you have your eyes open and you see what's coming your way. and think about it and allow this change to become you and not be hitting at you. It's a big difference. And just with this small part, you can really shape your life. You can mold each moment of your day from day to day and make yourself happy. You don't need to rely on anything but you and this life that we're living, each individual life. And remember that with this being on a global species scale, that everybody, every single person is going through their journey as well. And they're learning how to morph and grow in whatever way it is that they need as well. And to come with them with love, true love. That feeling of love, it's actually funny. I was speaking with my friend again about this today as well. That desire, that feeling of being loved when you're in a relationship with somebody, or this first butterflies, all of that. What's so stinking beautiful about this life and about this world is that everything in your life can make you feel that way if you allow yourself to see it, allow yourself to truly connect with that, connect with the trees, connect with the air, connect with your friends, connect with the strangers, connect with your food, connect with every single thing that comes your way. This water that I got sitting over here, you know what? I love it. I love it so much, and it makes me feel so elated inside to feel the nurturing run through my body. Just love. So, a lot to come. Our new millennium, our new decade. We're building our foundation. And what are you going to do? How are you going to build the foundation for the house that you desire so deeply in your heart? And that's every aspect of you. So, sending my love to each and every person this reaches.